Now, I don't even know what to refer to him as. Do we call him Zack Ryder or do we call him Matt Cardona? How likely do you think it is that he's coming back?
Well, Chelsea Green's there now.
I think it's very likely.
The problem is this.
Yeah.
If you bring him back as Zack Ryder, he falls back into Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
If you bring him as Matt Cardona,
yeah, that's not who he was there.
People are like, well, that's Zack Ryder.
I think this is what I think they should do. Bring him back, and he fully leans into. I'm going by the name of Zack Ryder, but he makes it known. Out there, I was known as Matt Cardona, and I was the king of the indies. Just like he's basically now being like, I'm the ex-WWE superstar. You know, he's playing into that. I'm like John Cena. Like he's the John Cena of the indies is what he's trying to be, right? And it's worked so well. Yeah. And he's done all this crazy deathmatch stuff and stuff like that. For him to then pretend he's an Indy Darling in WWE, I think would be genius. Just same character, but reversed on the opposite side. Yeah. And you can come back as Zack Ryder with hints of, I am Matt Cardona, but the Fed won't let me use that name. Like, they can play up to stuff like that, you know? Like, don't even say the name, because he probably would want to keep Matt Cardona and not get it copyrighted so that he can use it in the future. Maybe that might be something he thinks of, and he thinks benefit is to keep Zack Ryder here, Matt Cardona outside there if I do leave again. So I think come back as Zack Ryder, because that kind of makes those who haven't been aware of his journey familiar with what's going on, but he's a hybrid of the two characters. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, or even playing off of what you said, like, you know who I was out there, but I've got a lot of stuff to do that Zack Ryder couldn't do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make Zack Ryder do the stuff that I could have done.
And he can play up to the, like, he can make a joke out of the stuff like Drew rebuilding himself, finding himself and coming back as a new Drew. He can play up to that. And as a heel, even though it's true, it is true. That is exactly what Cardona has done. But when a heel tells you it, you go, nah, that's not true. And as fans, we can all go, you ain't done it. But we all know, we're all in on the joke. You kind of did the same as Drew, you know, so, but we get in on the joke, Drew's a bigger deal than you. You didn't deserve it. You know, he could literally pretend he was a super king of indies and stuff like that. And that he was Indy Darling and everyone loved him. And they do with a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But like, as a character, he's a heel. So like, that's what I think they should do.
It's weird that we're comparing Drew to Matt Cardona.
Yeah. But like,
right.
he's reinvented himself, man. He's been incredible. I'd love to see him back and do like, I loved the woo, you know, I loved all that stuff. It ran its course, don't get me wrong, and they kind of missed the boat with it.
The thing is, though, if you bring back Cardona, do you bring back Hawkins?
You don't need to anytime soon, but again, I'm not opposed to it. I like them together as well.